Hi, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all keeping well. Today we're going to have a look at some rudiments, but we're going to need to add the feet, and it's quite hard to see at this angle what I'm doing with my feet if I start playing both feet here. So I'm going to change the angle in a sec to something up here. I'm going to put the camera over here so you'll see my bass drum and my hi-hat from over the top. So it might be a little bit odd, might take a bit of getting used to, but I'm just using my bass drum and my hi-hat and the snare drum. So you'll see these three things, but from a different angle. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the grade 1 drum rudiments, okay, which are the single stroke roll, double stroke roll and paradiddle. Okay, so you'd probably start them just using your hands, okay, and get really confident. Hold the sticks properly, make sure your fingers are there underneath being used, make sure you're sat at the drum kit properly, and start slowly. There's nothing so important as playing your sticking properly, okay? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the speed we're going to use today. Quavers or eighth notes playing that kind of tempo. Now, we're going to add the feet today to the rudiments to develop a bit of coordination. So you should be able to see my bass drum there and my left foot hi-hat doing that. Okay, so you can't see the hi-hat moving because it's an older electric drum kit, but you can see the left foot moving there. Okay, so I'm going to add this pattern on the feet. So I'm playing quarter notes or crotchets, just counting 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And over the top, my hands will play twice the speed using quavers or eighth notes. So over the top, you'll hear 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, if you find that easy, then keep practicing it, speed it up. We'll do a little bit more of that in a minute. But some people don't find that easy. Some people find it really tricky. So I'm going to break it down. And what you're actually doing here, and you can see it on the music, you start with a right hand and a right foot at the same time. So both things together, 1. Then you play a left hand on its own. And. So put that together, 1 and. So that's your right foot starting on beat 1 with the right hand, 1 and. Then on beat 2, and this is the bit your brain does not like very much, it's the right hand with a left foot. So you go 2, and then your left hand again is on its own. So you go 2 and. So you'll notice that the right hand is always with a foot, and the left hand is always on its own. Okay, so it's bass drum and hi-hat. Bass drum and hi-hat and 1 and 2 and right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Okay, and then you need to build up the speed of that because you will use this in fills and rhythms and all sorts of stuff. And further on down the sheet, when you get to the bottom of the sheet, it says try speeding all these up until you're playing this rhythm. Okay, so you're going. So the rhythm there is 16th notes on the hands, on the snare, and 8th notes on the feet. But the relationship is the same. Your hands are still twice the speed of the feet. Now, if you're a beginner or doing grade 1, do not even think about that. Don't worry about that at all. That's just to show you the sort of speed we're going to playing it at some point. You just need to practice 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and once that's good, you can build up the speed at a later date. So that's your single stroke roll. Okay, now your double stroke roll, and again you need to get good at this maybe without the feet. Your double stroke roll, which is right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. This is going to be incredibly important as you get more experienced and more advanced. Make sure you're holding the sticks properly. The fingers are going to be really important for this. They're going to be really used to get your second note quick. As you play faster, you end up really using these fingers. Okay, so you end up right, with these fingers playing the second note. Okay, so it's really important that you start with the correct angle, and you're going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now the coordination here at the beginning I think is actually a little bit easier than the single strokes, because the right hand comes with the right foot, 1 and then the left foot comes with the left hand, 2 and. So you end up 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and then as you speed this up, it's actually not so much coordination that's tricky, it's just simply the double stroke roll. Have to get that double stroke roll faster with your hands. Okay, and then the third exercise is called a paradiddle. Okay, so if you've forgotten a paradiddle, it's right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. And I always get my students to think of it as the single stroke roll bit being the para, so you go right to left and you say para, and then the double stroke roll bit being a diddle, and you feel a bit silly saying it, but you have to say out loud diddle. So you put it together with your right hand leading, paradiddle. Then you do the same thing with the left hand. So your left hand does a single and you say para, and then your left hand does a double and you say diddle. So your left hand goes paradiddle. And then a paradiddle, the whole single paradiddle together, is both halves, both stickings put together. So right hand, paradiddle, left hand, paradiddle. Okay. Now when you add the feet to it, this is super difficult, okay, because the coordination is all over the place. You've got to change over within one bar. You're doing everything. Right hand with the right foot, right hand with the left foot, left hand with the right foot, left hand with the left foot, and it's very complicated. So watch closely and slowly. We start right hand with the right foot, left hand on its own, right hand with the left foot, right hand on its own. So that once again, first half, pa, ra, then we do the opposite by doing the second half. Start with the left hand and the right foot, left, right hand on its own, left hand, left foot, left hand on its own. So the second half together, left, right, left, left. And if you do the whole bar, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. If you're not a beginner, that should start to become and a paradiddle is a wonderful exercise. Taking your paradiddle around the kit, right, is really nice. You can even do rhythms with a paradiddle. You can just about see my ride cymbal there. I'll do it right on the edge of the ride so you can see it. Right, paradiddles are fantastic. Don't think of any of these things as boring snare drum rudiments. Right, practice these little rudiments, and they will become the things that make you sound brilliant when you're more advanced. So really try and nail these, get the sticking right. Okay, good luck.